Okay, so now we're on to question 15 to check if a number is perfect. So write a function that checks whether a given number is a perfect number. A perfect number is a number that is equal to the sum of its divisors, including itself. So for example, 6 is perfect because its divisors are 1, 2, and 3. And 1 plus 2 plus 3 is equal to 6. Okay, so we're doing two different things here. We're finding the divisors of a number by checking the numbers between 1 and the number itself minus 1, all the numbers in there that are evenly divisible by that number. So notice here that we're not checking 6. So we're saying, is 6 evenly divisible by 1? Yes, it is. Is 6 evenly divisible by 2? Yes, it is. Is 6 evenly divisible by 3? Yes, it is. Is 6 evenly divisible by 4? No. Is 6 evenly divisible by 5? No. We're not going to check 6 because we're not checking the number itself, because 6 divided by 6 would be evenly divisible. Okay. So, and what do we want to do with it? Okay, it doesn't really tell us whether we're supposed to print it or return it. So let's just make this be Boolean is perfect number. And this is going to take an int n as a parameter, which is our number. Right. Come here and implement it below. Let me give a couple of spaces here. So, all right. So we're going to have an int sum that we're going to use to sum up all of our divisors. Start sum off at 0. We're going to have a for loop that's going to go through all the numbers between 1, keep going as long as I is less than n. We don't want it to get up to equal to n because we want to skip that last number. We know a number is evenly divisible by itself. I plus plus. Then we're going to ask the question, if the current value I, when we divide n by that, if it has a remainder of 0, which says I evenly divides into n. So for instance, 6 divided by 1 would be a 0 remainder. 1 goes into 6 times with no remainder. So we would say sum is equal to sum plus the current number, since the current number does evenly divide n. All right, we'll do that for every single number between 1 and n minus 1. In the end, we have our sum. We want to return whether or not sum is equivalent to n. So if the sum of all the divisors is the same thing as the number we passed in, then it's a perfect number. All right, so perfect number for 6 as our example should be true. So we'll say int, or say bool answer. All is perfect number. We'll pass it a 6, and then we'll see out answer here. We should get a 1 because it is a perfect number. Let's go ahead and change it to a 7, which will not be a perfect number. And there's our 0. Okay. So again, some maybe a little tricky logic, but that one was pretty straightforward. We're using the modulus operator here, which allows us to take this number, divide it by this number, and give us the remainder. So a remainder of 0 means that I evenly divided into n. So 6 mod 1 is 0. 6 mod 2 is 0 because 2 goes into 6 3 times with a remainder of 0. 6 mod 3 is 0 because 3 goes into 6 2 times with a remainder of 0. So we'll sum up all the things that are evenly divisible and then compare the sum to the actual number that is passed in. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.